Hello and welcome back, folks. Tonight we have the match play finals between Scott Catlin and Tony Fleming. Tonight we are also joined by Dylan Moss as our second commentator and myself, Mickey Dunn. Welcome in, Dylan.
Cheers, Mickey. I'm looking forward to tonight. Should be a good game.
Definitely should. Both fellas are pushing for the most 180s this season. So Scott Catlin is currently sitting on 20 180s for the season and Tony Fleming on 16. So we're definitely in for a great game tonight.
Yeah, and I think that 180 battle could really get, over this long format, it could get really close if Tony's on it.
Definitely, if the right Tony that I know can throw, definitely give Scott a push for that title of the most 180s. But Scott obviously doesn't get the 20 180s in the season for no reason.
No, he don't, and he's in very good form as well at the minute, is Scott.
He is. He's in great form. He's been, I believe he was a latecomer to the season and already got himself into Mission's Premier League Season 3, which is the top division. Tony Fleming is also in there too.
Yeah, and they've both been playing very well in that division.
They definitely have. It's definitely a big game to look forward to tonight. I'm definitely excited to be commentating on it along with Dylan here, and I'm sure he feels the same.
Yeah, should be a very, very good match and could get very close.
Yeah, definitely. Well, though, folks, it is over 11 sets, so we have agreed with the players we'll take a break, 5-minute break between every 3 sets. So just allow the players to give themselves a wee stretch. It also gives us commentators a chance to stretch as well, as it will be a very long stream. David Farmer, welcome in. Good luck, fellas. Tony only just missed double 12 for a 9 in the semi versus me. That just shows the quality that we have.
Yeah, it sure does, and it's quite ironic that that's been put in there because we were talking about whether there's going to be a 9-darter or not.
Exactly. And Alice, thank you for the subscription to the channel. It is much appreciated. So, folks, I'm just waiting for the players to send the invites out and then we can get underway. So I will now get in touch with them and let them know to go ahead and load up. But while we are getting that sorted, folks, remember Season 3 leagues have been announced. You know what leagues you are in. If you are in a paid league, also the free leagues and the ladies leagues are also announced. So you should know what league you're in. The fixtures release on the Friday the 19th, so please make sure and keep an eye out on that. Make sure your notifications are turned on so you see when your fixtures are released.
And if you want to start entering ODL comps that are in person, you can go and visit the Darts Atlas account, ODL UK Live.
There is along the bottom of the screen.
And they will help you progress your game and also meet some fabulous people.
Absolutely. Get to meet a lot of the ODL members through those live events. Matthew Turrell, welcome in, mate. Appreciate you being here. Just myself went to the Edinburgh Open from the ODL and met up with the entire Mike DC team. And Big Stu himself and Demo from ODL also. Damien Ryan, you may well all know him as he is one of the league managers for Season 3.
Yeah, and speaking of Mac Darts, make sure you go and purchase some ODL merch. You can get that on the ODL website and also the Mac Darts website.
Yes, you can indeed. So for anybody in North America, it would be best probably using the MikeDCDarts.com website as it is in Canadian dollars. So you won't have to try and figure out exchange rates. And for anybody in Europe and UK, ODLdarts.com is your best option for merch. And also in the ODL Darts website, you can also purchase tickets to an up-and-coming tournament, which features a prize for 2 tickets to the Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois fight later on in the year. So you can also purchase that on the ODL Darts site.
Evening, Jamie. Nice to have you in. Thanks for joining.
Jamie, mate, welcome in. Right, folks, I'm just going to double check here and see if the players are ready. Bear with.
This final has been very, very highly anticipated. These guys have had to battle their way through a very, very tough field, which has featured the likes of Jack Tweddle, if anyone knows who he is. Very good player.
And also Darren McMahon and Cy Pryor also was in the mix for that. Right, there's not loaded up just yet, so we're still waiting on the players to load up, folks. I do see on my phone here that they are attempting to get the invite sent out. And I believe this is it, folks. Best of 11 sets.
Here
We
go.
have it up. Let's just get it centered so the boards are good. So as you can see, it is 501, best of 11 sets. The players can start whenever they are ready. What a commentating team. I appreciate you, mate. Definitely
Yeah,
looking
much love,
forward to
Hazard.
commentating with Dylan tonight. I know he's done some great work already. He's refereed in Pro-Ams before.
Yeah, and that program went well, and I believe we are ready to start as Tony's board has been turned on, and that as the players get ready, and this is game on. Nervy start there from Tony. I'm sure he'll warm into the game.
Definitely will. Unfortunately, we do not have a camera from Scott right now for some reason.
Alan Reeves is supporting Scott tonight. He's a teammate in the London Super League and London County. And 140 there from Scott, but we've got no camera, so
hopefully he does get that sorted. I'll just send them a message here and let them know.
Evening, Sean. Thanks for joining, pal. Good steady ton there for Tony. He levels these scores up.
Sean, how's it going, mate?
Good 95 there from Scott. We can see that he's warming up. Yes, Fraser Powell, but over the top you've got commentary as well. Whereas on Darts Counter you don't get that.
So it says Tony is saying that he is able to see Scott's camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go back and rejoin the game and see if that checks for us. It may be on our end. So we will lose the game for a split second, folks, while I reload it up.
Yeah, and based on that start from Scott, it's a very steady start. He's averaging over the 100 mark. He's in the 180s after 9 darts. And if this carries on, then it could be a very, very quick match from Scott. There we go. We do have a board.
So it was on my end, folks. I do apologise.
Steady darts there from Scott to set up 81. 150 then from Tony. This would be a very good start for Tony. I think that first dart has just dropped below, so it's not going to go. You can see he's trying to hit the 25 or the ball there just to set it up, but he has still left 107. So 81 then for Scott.
Who lost in the semis. Matthew, I will find that on out for you very soon, mate.
Missed opportunity there from Scott as he fails to keep straight with the first 2 darts. So he's on 63, treble 13, good last. That sets double 12 up. Let's see then. Can Tony get a very good shot? Could we have a ton plus checkout very early on? Treble 17. Oh, he's
Ooh.
gone treble 19. He leaves 50.
Scores 57. George Booth. It's a tough one to call this. Both top players. And Scott
Good
takes the
dart.
first leg, folks, with the second dart. Absolutely unbelievable.
Break a throw, first leg. And
So
he will
the
straight
semi-finalists who lost was David Farmer and Cy Pryor. Tony beating David Farmer and Scott beating Cy Pryor.
Steady start to this leg from Scott.
And steady again there from Tony at 57 coming in. You see him just chasing the treble there with that first throw. Great last
Good
start
last
from
there from Scott. And this is anticipating a very, very good final, this.
Looks like
Thanks,
Dylan's got
George.
support in the chat here.
Some of my academy teammates. George Booth, a very good player in himself, and we could see him. But hang on a minute, is it the first 180? No, it's not.
Oh, he
Very
just
unlucky from
misses and gets
Scott.
the 125.
Yep, George Booth is a very good player in himself. JDC Cadets, and recently has qualified for the England B team for the JDC.
Congratulations, George. That is quite the achievement.
And at the age of 13 as well. Not many kids can say that they've represented their country in any sport at the age of 13. Definitely one to watch out for.
Not. Definitely not. And he gets the 100 there just this time.
I mean, Hazza, what did you expect? Steady ton there from Tony. 116 then for Scott. He's got at least 6 darts at this. He's averaging a good 20 points above Tony here, but we know that Tony won't give up. And it is only early stages in this match. Remember, it is best of 11 sets, so first to 6, 3 legs for a set, and a break.
An unlucky bounce out there from
single.
Tony. So unfortunate there. He really needed that third dart on the board.
Very unlucky, and it does give Scott 6 darts at this 75. No matter what happens here, he can just set up now. Should be going 18 tops. It is 18 tops. Tops of them for 2-0.
Oh, is it in?
I think it's just gone low, that.
It has. He just missed on the wire, folks.
Cheers, Jamie.
And that was a great setup there from Tony. Not on a finish, so Scott still has 6 darts at this.
Mikey needs some recognition as well, guys. He's doing a very good job as well. He's set all this up. And there it is.
He finds it with the second dart, folks. Unbelievable from Scott there. No pressure on that, as Tony was not on a finish that leg.
Great 20 dart hold there. So Tony now, he's going to have to win the next 3 legs on the trot if he's to win this set.
And that is a super ton 40, it looks like. It is indeed. Tony starting off strong. George Booth, this game is going to be top notch. These two guys are in the top division of the ODL, averaging anywhere between the 70s and 90s.
Back comes Scott there with an 85. He's in this leg. We just need to see Tony get on the board. We don't really want to see a whitewash first set. I think that's another one.
That's brilliant ton there from Tony.
And this is warming up to be a very, very good final. Now, a nervy last start there from Scott. So Tony has a good ton plus lead here. We take a steady 60 now from Tony. A bit of dodgy maths there. Normally you'd be going 17s in that situation, but it doesn't matter because Scott can't leave a finish off 369. So maybe that was the thinking behind it. Maybe he's thinking ahead. We'll see what he can set up. And again, with a 30 scored there, Tony has still got 9 darts minimum at this to get a leg on the board. A nervy last dart doesn't leave him on a finish, but he knows he's going to get 6 darts at that 163 no matter what happens here.
That's a
Is there
great
going to
first
be
start.
some pressure?
Oh,
Now, that was a perfect first
that's a
marker.
great
Good
last
covers,
start.
great covers. And this leg, he's under pressure now, Tony, because he knows he's got to win this leg if he's to stay in this set. Oh, great for start. Can he find another to leave a double? No, but 68 leaves,
Unlucky from
very
Tony, but
steady.
60 is a good checkout. 60 is a very good checkout. It's one I do like myself, and usually I would go treble 16, double 10 for that checkout.
Here comes the pressure from Scott, though. He's on 118 now, and this pressure is on because he knows, does Tony, that if he doesn't take this, then there's going to be a shot for the set. But hang on, double 4, good marker.
And he finds
Good
it with the
dart
last
from
dart,
Tony.
folks. He is back in it. Great dart from Tony there.
And he's in this game now, and this set is game on if Scott fails to hold throw.
And Scott showing that
Good round
appreciation
of
of that
applause
dart.
there. Great dart. Especially with the first dart. Oh, great dart. Especially after that first dart, covering most of the treble as his darts do stick up. And we can say the same about Tony there as his second
Good
dart followed
solid
it.
100 there from Tony, definitely. That second dart just finding the treble.
Hang on a minute, is it our first 180? No, it's not. Remember, they are also battling for the most 180s. Scott is on 20, Tony's on 16. So if this one goes a distance, it could easily get very close.
Just struggled on that second
there.
dart there, Tony did.
And it's 9 darts at 262 now for Scott to close out this set. I think that's treble 7. That's in the treble 19 though, so
It is a
164
treble
left.
7, unfortunately.
So 164 left. He's going to have 6 darts at it no matter what, so he can just set up. But knowing Scott, he's probably going to go for it if he does get the chance. 96
Brilliant last
left.
start
Tony,
there from
good
Tony.
last. 164 then for Scott for the set. And he's not going to find it, but what can he set up? Can he find a treble to leave a 2-darter? No,
Just
he
the
can't, but
58.
it's very steady darts.
Still coming back for it. He's still coming back for the 106.
It's very steady darts. Can he find a treble to leave a finish? I don't think he has. So 6 darts at the 106 can be a very steady. I think 3 big numbers here you take. Will we get set darts in this visit? We might. Treble 17 tops. George Booth, no, they can't unless they've got the stream on themselves. Leaves 91. So treble 17, and we are going to get set darts at tops for Scott. And he finds it with the last dart, 106 checkout for the set. And it's a breaker throw in that set as well. Great start from Scott. His average is 80.83, first 992, 50% on the doubles. And that was a fantastic set of darts from Scott. Tony found a leg. And Tony, you feel if Scott's going to carry on throwing like that, Tony's going to have to up his game.
Definitely is. As I said at the start of the game, Scott is ruthless. He only joined late in the season late of season 2, and he has already blown the whole ODL by storm.
He definitely has. When he first joined, I was thinking, when I first watched his first game, I was thinking we may have a new player here, and that is definitely shaping up to be true.
Absolutely, Dylan, absolutely. I've commentated on a few of his games already, and he's been absolutely outstanding every single time.
A very unlucky bounce out there from Tony as well. It gives Scott the opportunity, as Scott didn't start the best in this first leg on his own darts, but he's been allowed back in due to that 60 darts on the floor, and a great last dart from Scott puts him a good 60 odd in front. Well, 70 odd, 74.
It's not Scott Horner, it is Scott Catlin.
Scott Horner. If you didn't already know, Scott Horner is a local darts player to mine and George's league, and he's a coach at the Blackburn Academy, which is the backstory behind that. Good last start.
Finding the treble there.
And he's in here. Could we have our first 180? Very unlucky deflection. Good
Great
coverage,
last dart
though.
there to
Great
cover that there
134.
last second dart.
It's not a
Unfortunately, not on
finish,
a
but the
finish.
pressure's straight on Scott. And
He's
here we
in.
go. Treble 20 leaves double 16. Is it a 177? No, it's not. He's gone
And
to
he
the
hits the
18s,
treble
but that
4.
treble 4, it leaves 80 when he comes back. So a very good 129 setup there. Here comes Tony, though. What can he leave? Treble 20 leaves double 16 again.
Brilliant
Great
darts from
darts
Tony
from
there to leave the
Tony.
32.
Pressure straight on Scott here.
Now,
80
do you
then
set
for a
it up?
holder
Do you set it
throw.
up with the treble 20 or do you go double?
I'd go treble 20, but he looks like he's gone double. I think that's... No, it's tops then. Great darts
He
from
has got it
Scott.
with his third dart, folks.
He really needed that.
Unbelievable.
He really needed that, or there probably could have been a
Yeah,
greater
Harry,
throw.
Dylan Smaz is definitely on point, and you can see why he is one of the elite academy players.
Great start there as well from Tony. He knows that he can't really afford to go 2-0 down in a set like he did last set. So this is a very big leg. But hang on. Is it our first 180? No, it's not. He switched.
He
Come
blocked
on,
the treble
Scott. We
20
want a
bed and
180.
switched. He blocked the treble bed and had to make the switch downstairs to deny the first 180 of the game, folks.
That goes to show that Scott is not out there for the crowd. He's out there to try and win this. And that's a perfect marquee field. Maybe a switch now. No, I think he's found it as well with his last start there. No, he's not. Very honest darts from Tony there, from Scott, as I would have given him that. That might be 81. He's definitely found one. Yep. Great reply
Super
here.
last dart
Great
there from Scott. Get the 140. Unbelievable.
This is a massive leg. Because if Scott wins this leg, he's then got 2 opportunities to serve out. Well, 3, but 2 of them would
only a
be
26 from Tony there. Very nervous starts there.
And there's an opening now for Scott. Straight in that treble as well. Does he leave tops? No. Nervy second dart. Can he find the treble again? Yes, he can.
At the game with the 140 to leave 37, folks. Sorry, my counting's off. Leave the counting to Dylan, Mickey.
Can Tony leave a finish? He's got to stay straight. He does. Right, Scott then, 52. This is a very big leg because if Scott hits this, he's then 1 leg away. He's got 3 chances then to go 2 sets up very early on in this game. Double 16, that first start. Is it in the way? Yes, it was.
He just misses inside, folks. But can Tony take the 154?
For Tony. I think that's in the 5. He's switching.
It's in the 5.
It leaves 110.
110.
Double 8 then. We've not really seen many doubles missed from Scott in this game. He's definitely not missed 3 darts. And he doesn't miss there.
First start.
Great dart. He's 2-0 up in this set, and he is now going to throw to close out this set and then be 2 sets up. Very good start from Scott. He's still averaging above 80. It's actually gone up in this set to 83.
Yeah, it has indeed. Tony's still in the 71s, and I've definitely seen Tony hitting in the 80s. And it looks like Scott has another 140 there. He does indeed.
Great darts from Scott. Pressure straight on Tony now. It's a good mark of that. He's very unlucky not to find one. Very unlucky there.
So unlucky
well
there.
Earned 60. And he's straight in his Scott. He's warmed up now. Great 140. Fantastic darts from Scott. Back-to-back 140s. Cannot argue with that. And Tony, there's not really much he can do. But hang on, he's not giving up. He's not giving up. First 180. No, it's not.
He just misses outside the wire, folks. What a super attempt.
And hang on a minute. Scott's in again. Is it a 180? No, he's switched. Good max. 76 left.
Brilliant counting there. Brilliant counting from Scott there.
Fantastic leg. 140, 140, 145. from Scott. Can Tony leave a finish? If it's 140, it is, but it might be it's 85.
Unfortunately not. Now, Scott is on the 11 darter here, folks.
76. It's not going to be 11 anymore. It could be 12, though, if this top goes in for the set.
And he finds
And
a
that's
12
how you
darter,
close out
folks,
a
to
set.
take the second set. 12 darter. What brilliant darts from Scott here tonight. Tony is just not finding the answer against him right now. But no
Great
doubt he will come
sportsmanship from
back.
Tony. And if Tony wanted to win that leg, he would have had to have hit a 9-darter because Scott threw first. And that's how you want to OD throw. Steady start. Well earned 60 from Tony. That could have easily been a 140, if not a 180. Now that's low. Is he going to switch? Yes, he is, but that's a good marker. He's in again here. He's finding two trebles.
Into the treble 7.
Very unlucky, but a good 98. Good punish there. Now, just a reminder that after this set, there will be a break. Now, Tony won't want to go into that break 3-0 down because that means that Scott is halfway there. Good ton there from Tony. You feel this is a big leg. If Scott breaks him straight away in this leg, then the pressure's straight on Tony. Bit of nerve
Good last start there from
with
Scott.
the
Just keep the scoring going. First couple of darts let him down. Finding that treble 19 helped. Good save for the last dart from Tony there, or it would have been a 26.
Yeah, and you just saw Scott do that now, so they are equal on that. Nervy last start there. Tony now, there's a chance that he could run away with this leg. Now, the maths could come involved here. If he goes single and then treble, then he switch to the bull, but he's not found a treble. Good ton, though. Good last from Tony. And you feel this is Tony's leg as long as there isn't a blip on the doubles. But we all know what Scott's done in this game. He could easily hit
a brilliant switch downstairs to the treble 17 for Scott there.
How does Tony set this up?
Good round number to get himself on a finish, folks.
Good dart there. Treble 19 leaves double 19.
It goes for the treble 15.
He's set that up nicely. We've just seen Scott hit an 80 checkout in the second leg of the last set. Is it Tony's turn? And it would only be his second leg, but it'd be a very important one. Good dart there from Scott.
That's a brilliant 140 there from Scott. Brilliant 140.
Go now.
Puts pressure on this 80.
20 in tops. He's gone 10 bull. Hello! Sorry, no, he hit the treble.
He missed his first start outside the board.
His first start was in tops, but I didn't see that. I was looking away. I
didn't see that myself. There's the 20.
Double top. That's it, I think. Great dart from Scott.
Brilliant darts.
Still averaging.
Tony is probably thinking right now, what do I have to do to take another leg off this man?
He's averaging 74, and in his other games, that's been enough, but you just need to up it to play Scott. Scott is on it tonight.
I love unicorns. I appreciate subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the ODL and Mike DC YouTubes.
Good ton from Scott there. Very steady start. Tony feels that he needs this set. He cannot go into the break 3-0 down. And he is finding it now. Can he find another?
Oh, he only gets the 95 this time.
Great game of darts, this. I'm thoroughly enjoying commentating on it. But hang on a minute. Is it our first 180? We've been waiting and waiting and waiting.
We have got it, folks. Scott with the first 180 of the game. That brings his total to 21 for the season.
5 ahead of Tony now. And you feel, though, if Tony's going to get back in this game, he's going to need to find them. So it could easily get tight. And he has now broke this 90 average. Lenski Flash, first to 6 sets, best of 11 sets. Tony is 2 sets to 0 up. Sorry, no, Scott is 2 sets to 0 up. And he's also took the first leg. Good maths from Tony. And if you missed that Lenski Flash, that was his first 180 and the first 180 of this match. And he's 21st of the season to Tony's 16. But hang on, is that a 180 back? No, it's not.
He was a 125, folks. 125.
This
He's in.
116 can go.
Oh, he misses the 16.
We've not
He will
seen
be
that
got it
at
with
all.
that.
We've not seen that at all in this match.
Scott is now currently averaging a 90.02, folks.
There's nothing that Tony really can do. A lot of the pros would struggle against that, especially in this long format. He's averaging 90.02 over 7 legs and this leg. This is to finish off an 8th leg. And hang on, bit of nerves, is it?
Oh,
Yes,
and he
it is.
misses
That's
it.
the
He
first
misses
time.
it.
The first time we've seen him do that in this game, and there's an outside chance for Tony to break straight back, and that first dart eliminates
I wonder,
that
is
chance
that just
straight
taking
away.
on that the pick's coming up?
Double 5 then for Scott. To go 2 sets to 0 up and 2 legs to 0 up. He's splitting 2 for double 4. Good marker. And he finds it. Great dart from
And that's a
Scott.
brilliant last start there from Scott to take the 2-0 lead in this third set.
I know, Harry. It is absolutely mind-blowing. But when you're watching Scott play, it's not even that shocking the way that he's playing here. And I'm actually more surprised that he's only hit 1 in this match. Tony.
Unfortunate 45 there from Tony.
It's a big leg this for Tony. He's only... The difference, though, in set plays, he's 3-0 down in sets. But if he then goes and wins... Well, if he loses this, he'll be 3-0 down. But if he then goes and wins 2 sets 3-2, 3-2, he's back in this game. Whereas, in legs, he would be 9-1 down at the break.
That's the great thing about set play. You always have a chance to come back.
And that's it. How many times in the World Championships do you see it? We saw it at Ali Pali when Chris Dobie was 4-0 up on Rob Cross last year, and Rob came on and won it 5-4. And
Yeah,
Tony, is it his first 180 of the game? It's not. He's just dragged that last start though. It's going to take a 180 from Scott to level up the scores in this leg. He's not going to find one though. That's a good mark for a 140. Surely that's a ton. Yeah,
just
good
a ton. Just a ton.
Great last start from Scott. And this is a chance for
Tony's
Tony to get a leg on the board now.
Currently.
Steady 60 puts him 140 ahead, and he's strayed off, I think on that last start.
45, it is just a 45.
Chance now for Scott to jump all over that, and he's only in the 1. Can he find a treble? He can't. Let off from Scott. We've not seen that
still
either.
holds that slight lead and has a chance to get down to a decent check out here to take the leg.
Don't get me wrong, Scott is still playing well, but he's definitely dropped off from what he's been doing. Great 1-3-3. Great leave of tops to try and get his second leg on the board. We know that he's going to get 3 darts at it. It may be more, but it might not be after this. Another treble puts the pressure right on. He can't find one, but it's a finish.
Spot there. He does leave a finish, but it's
can't afford to miss this. Top. Double 10. Double 5.
Oh, he missed.
And he's gone in double 5,
folks, and Scott has a shot at taking out a 158. It is a big ask, but for these two lads, I think it's more than capable. He doesn't find the treble. So Tony does come back for the 5.
Because his last dart slips inside of the big 5, he's now got to waste a dart going for the big 1 or the big 3. He's found that big 1. Good dart. Double 2. That's just missed, but is it in the way? No, it's not. Great dart from Tony. That's his second leg of the match.
From Tony. He takes the third leg of the third set. He gets him back into this set.
And this set is game on now. Big leg from Scott. If he doesn't win this leg, then Tony will throw for the set and to be right back in this match, and it would only be 2-1. Yeah, good last start from Scott. Great start from Scott. You can't argue with that. Now, as it is coming up on the bottom, make sure you do subscribe to the channel and the TikTok ODL channel. You can also get notifications for your fixtures. Season 3 fixtures if you have joined a league and a paid league. The fixtures release on Friday the 19th of July. So make sure your notifications are on Discord so you know when you are playing.
139.
Great darts from Scott. How does Tony reply? Only 60, so you'd feel that Scott is going to get rid of this set now. Should switch now. I think that's 49, or is it 89? No, it's not. He lost that, and it even been thrown. It was a shadow. 48 there from Scott. Opening now for Tony. A good visit now from Tony puts this pressure on. Feel he needs a treble, though. And he
Great
finds
treble
one.
there
Good
with the
switch.
18s.
Great switch.
Brilliant 94.
Pressure on this now. How can Scott set it up? If it's a steady 60, it's a very good score, actually, in this situation.
Brilliant last start
Great
there
switch.
with the 94 to set it up. 1, 2, 4 left for Scott.
He's answered that. And now, because of that, Tony can't leave a finish. So 6 darts at the 1, 2, 4 to serve out this set and to be 3 sets to 0
this
up.
time.
Treble 18 bull. I think that's in. Bullseye.
No, I
Might
think
not
he's
be
missed
in,
that.
actually.
He has missed it.
Stay there, though. Ooh, he's quick fast.
Unlucky with
Okay.
finding the treble 5 there, folks. But it's okay. He does come back to it because he is not on a finish.
71 left to serve out the set. Tony, a 140 puts pressure on. A 180 puts a lot of pressure on. A ton, it's a little bit of pressure because it's a finish. He's going to get that at least, you feel. It is a ton. There's a bit of pressure on this now because he knows that Tony is waiting right behind him. 71, treble 13, treble 17, one of them, you feel. Treble 17 he went for. 14 tops or the 18 for double 18. 54 left. 14 tops for the set. And for 3 sets in a lead, just back it low. Chance now for Tony. 146 to stay in the set. And this would make it very interesting. Is it treble 19? No, it's not.
He's not going to find it this time, folks.
Double 10 then for 3-0 in sets.
And I think that is in, folks. It is. That is 3-0 in sets to Scott. I believe they are going to take a break here, folks.
Great darts from Scott. 3 sets to 0 up. We will be back after this.
Yes, they are going to take a break, folks. So me and Dylan will go over some things that are happening with the ODL this week. So as you know, Season 3, the leagues were announced today. The announcements went out at 9 o'clock. If you're not sure where to find those, it is in the announcements channel of the Discord. All your leagues will be in there. You will be tagged in whichever league you're in. The free leagues have also been announced, and the ladies leagues have been announced also. You should have access to your own league channels. Your tournament managers have been assigned, or your league managers have been assigned, and you will also see in the Discord all the tournaments throughout the year. You can also, for those who aren't in a paid league, can purchase to enter those tournaments. If they are only in a free league.
Yeah, and make sure that you go and support the ODL and Mac Darts by purchasing some merch. You can get them on the Mac Darts website or on the ODL website. Some very good merch there. You can get them at www.odldarts.com or www.macdcdarts.com.
Absolutely can. And don't forget, folks, if you aren't in the Discord already, you can go over to www.odldarts.com and you will get the link via it. Or if you go to the ODL_worldwide or ODL Online Darts League on Facebook, you can also get access to the Discord via Facebook.
Yes, you can, and it won't be long until this game starts now. We've got about 3.5 minutes left. It's been a very good start, this, from Scott. He's 3-0 up. Tony, he's only took 2 legs all game, and if he wants to win this game, he's going to have to up his game because I don't think Scott's going to drop off. Scott playing very well.
All depends on how the break works out here. The break could have came at the right time for Tony and the wrong time for Scott, but I can't see Scott weathering this game at all. He has just been phenomenal all game so far. Tony just needs to find his true form and push on and give Scott the game he know he can give him.
Yeah, and we know that Tony can play, and I think this break's come at a very good time for Tony because we all know that he's not played his best stuff before this break.
Yeah,
And
definitely
we'll
not.
see if it comes now after the break. It'll be very interesting to find out what Tony's done at this break, whether he's stayed on the board, or whether he's gone, maybe gone and had a quick break, maybe just gone and had some fresh air, maybe gone and get a drink, gone to the toilet. We'll go and see. And it's also interesting to see what Scott's done because he's in the form, because he's on form. Has he stayed on the board to keep his arm going, or has he had a bit of, or has he had a bit of a break?
So, folks, at the break here, Scott is currently averaging an 85.04 and Tony is on a 73.82. So the
Yeah,
averages are right up there, folks. They're right up there. I know Tony can get into that 80 average as well. We've seen it many a time when he has been on our lives before playing in semi-finals and finals. So we know Tony's capabilities. He just needs to find that form he has been on before. And Scott just needs to keep continuing as he is. And I think he will see it out if he does. But remember, folks, there is also live events all across the UK and in Canada also. If you want to check where those events are happening and if any are close to your area, you can go to Darts Atlas if you want to check out any upcoming events throughout the year. Just search the ODL UK Live in organizations and you will get all the dates and the venues for those events.
definitely. And the ones to watch out for, in my opinions, are Q's Sports Lounge in Blackpool. They've got a good 10 boards, I think they've got set up, and the one at my academy, Blackburn Youth Arts Academy, we've got 10 boards set up, and we've also got another board which is on a very newly vamped stage, can I add, with live streaming cameras, which the Modus Super Series use. So there's no doubt that I'll be there doing some refereeing for them. So yeah,
Yep.
come and get yourself down
And
to
then
them comps.
also in another one in November, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of November is Newport, which is
Oh
the
yeah,
home to Newport Academy.
that's a great academy. The out
And
bar,
it
you
is a
should see the setup there.
fantastic venue. So, folks, it looks like we are back. The players are ready. So, we're going to get straight back into it here. And it looks like Scott
Got to
has the
throw.
throw in this set.
We are ready. We're off. Now that break, lot of good start from the break there from Scott, and we'll see how Tony starts. And he's straight in that treble is Tony, although he strayed with that dart. It might be
I know he's
64
found
that.
it with that last one. No, he hasn't. Just a 64. Joshua Wallace, welcome in.
Only 45 from
Just a
Scott. That
45
break
from
hasn't come
Scott.
at a good time.
Definitely not. Tony straight back in it. Just a 66, it looks like. Yep. Both just struggling to find the big scores here at the minute. Tony is finding the treble. He's just not following it in with his other two darts.
Yeah.
And
There we
a
go.
straight
3 big
60 there
numbers
for
there from
Scott.
Scott. Steady darts. Nervy there from Tony. It's been a very nervy since that break, and it's just taking a while for these players to click. We'll see how this rest of this leg shapes out, but the way this game's gone, even if it's a very nervy leg, if both players are nervy, I just
And
see
another
Scott
straight
winning
60
it.
from Scott there to leave the 299. Now, we did see this, folks, in the very first leg of the game. Both a bit sporadic with their darts, but they did grow into it. So hopefully
Yeah,
it is the case here that it's just a matter of warming the arm up again and getting straight back into those treble beds.
and here we go from
And
Scott.
here
And
we
here we go.
go.
Is it a 180? I think he's going to switch with
Oh,
this.
he
No, he
just
won't.
misses into the treble 15.
Great darts from Scott. And I was just about to mention, before that visit happened, that we have got the season 3 180s. Scott is on 21 at the minute due to his 180 he's already hitting this game. Tony's on 16. These two are the ones that have got the highest 180s so far. So they are battling out for that as well. And if Tony's going to come back in this game, he's going to need some 180s, you feel.
Oh, unlucky from Scott there, just finding the one with his last start. So Scott is leading the race with the 180s, and Cy Pryor is actually second with 17, and Tony is third with 16. So if Tony hits one today, he will level with Cy in second place for the 180s. So I just got that information through, folks, so I wanted to update you on that.
Fab. A miss of the ball there from Scott, so 157 for Tony to take the first leg of this set. And it is 157 for the break.
Oh,
very unlucky with that first start.
Very, very unlucky with that first start. Only finding a 55.
45 then for a holder throw in this first leg. Where's he going? He's been on the tops most of this game, and he's going to go back there.
I assumed he would have went
And
to
he's
the 5.
in. Great dart from Scott. No, it's not in. It's not in.
He's not in.
It did look in. Very honest darts there from Scott, as I would have given that personally. And there could be a break of throw with double 11 from Tony. And he's found it.
And he finds it.
That is fantastic. Where has that come from? He needed that as well. Great shot, break of throw, 1-0 up in the set that he definitely has to win if he's to come back to this game.
Exactly, Dylan. That was a brilliant take for Tony there. Definitely builds his confidence going into this here second leg.
Yeah, and he was straight in that treble as well with the leg start. And there is a chance now that because of that, Tony could be right back in this.
Just drop slow the treble 19 there, only finding a 96. A very nervy last start there from Tony.
Some very unlucky first two, though, from Tony. Either of them could have easily have found that treble 20.
Scott's in.
And hang on, 180.
Great
darts! 180 from Scott.
It is another 180 from Scott. That brings him to 22 for the season, folks. Unbelievable darts from Scott here.
And just some updates in the World Match Play. Andrew Gilding has got the better of Krzysztof Ratajski, 11-5. And Rob Cross has beat Ryan Searle, 11-6. Up next, Van Gerwen and Cullen. And then to end the evening, Michael Smith plays Chris Dobie. But hang on, 180. Why would you want to watch?
Super darts from Scott.
Why would you want to watch the Match Play when we've got this?
To leave the 80.
Why would you want to watch the World Match Play when we've got this?
And Tony comes in with a 1-2-3 answer.
80 then for Scott. He's got 6 darts at it. We've already seen him take this out once. And this is for a 12-dart leg, I think. Tops
for the leg. And he finds it with his last dart, folks.
12-dart break of throw. That's how you break straight back. Great leg. It's not as if Tony even played bad that leg, but that's 180 and a 1-2-3, I think it was. Really did help Scott's cause.
It really did. An absolutely amazing game so far tonight, folks, and we are only on the 4th set. I can see Tony taking a set tonight, which will make this game even more exciting, folks.
Especially with the way that this started.
His form, and he's in.
He's in with a
1-2-5. That just sums up Tony's night at the moment, folks. He is peppering that treble, but that last start is just not finding it.
Yeah, and you could say that about the doubles as well. He's had them. There's been so many legs where he's just had one shot at double, but he's just failed to hit it. I think he's in this leg, though. The leg that Scott threw first, he's 30 points ahead, but not anymore. Here comes Scott. Scott, since that break, they struggled in the first leg.
And that's a 140 from Scott there. Unbelievable. He leads to 226. And he answers back with a ton.
That's only a ton. I would have given him 180 for that. I think I need to get my eyes tested. Should come downstairs to the 19s to leave a finish now.
He goes
Well,
to the
he's gone to the
16s. He leaves the
16s.
big fish.
He wants to show off. Why can't you when you're 3 sets up? You might as well. And unless there's a treble now from Tony, there's going to be no pressure on it. So will he even go for it? 170 then.
44.
And very unlucky there.
This time. No doubt we will see one of them having another shot at a big fish later on in the game.
Definitely. How much pressure can Tony put on? Because we've just seen him take out the 102.
Really bad deflection for Tony there into the treble 3. It does leave him on a finish, but not what he wanted.
Yeah, and these last 9 darts from Tony, if you just stay straight, you've got an extra 60 points there. And you'd be on 90, but it might not make any difference because tops.
And he finds it.
We saw Tony have the 102, and now Scott's had a 110. Great darts, and he's now 1 leg away from a 4-set lead. How this game could be over very quickly.
And just an 81 from Tony there. Steady darts.
Can Scott find a treble? No, he can't, but steady darts. And the fact that this has been a very, very long game and Scott is still averaging mid-80s.
Super 140 there from Tony to answer back. He is right back in this leg, folks. He's saying to Scott, I'm not gone just yet.
Yeah, Tony definitely won't give up just yet. Tony's always been a fighter. As Liz Truss would say, he's a fighter and not a quitter.
Oh. Just
Nervy dart
this
there.
time.
It's an opening for Scott now. And it is an opening, and he's taken that open door very, very lightly. And it's 87. Ooh. Straight at start.
99 there from 99. Scott.
Very unlucky here for Tony. How is that just only 60?
Scott has the chance to get right back in this and get in front. And he is doing so with that first dart.
Stay straight with this last dart.
He is doing so with that third dart. That is a 140, folks, to leave the 121.
Great 140. Great reply from Tony. Oh, it's only a ton. What is wrong with my eyes? Anyway, 1-2-1 for the set. Is he starting upstairs? No, he's going to the bull. That's how confident he is. Can't find the treble, though. 65 leaves 82 then to save the set. Is he starting on the bull or is he going safe starting on the 14? It is the bull. Great dart.
Super darts from Tony there.
Fantastic.
82 check out, folks. 2-2 in the set.
And he needed that leg or it probably would have been game over. And a great sportsmanship from Scott.
Brilliant to see, folks. That's what the ODL is all about. No matter what happens, we always applaud our opponent.
Yes, we do. Steady 60 there.
Steady 60 there from Scott.
This leg means a lot to Tony and his hopes in this game. Whereas Scott, he won't want to lose it, but he can definitely afford to lose it more than Tony.
Brilliant switch downstairs for Tony there.
Tony really needs this leg. Because it would actually be a break of throw in the set. So then if he can then hold the throw.
Super 140 from Scott there.
If he can then hold the throw in the next set, it's 3-2 and game on. And he's straight back in it. Great 80. Although it does give Scott 9 darts at this, and he's not feeling any pressure whatsoever, and he doesn't need to be.
He switches downstairs, scores 97, folks. But he does have a good lead in this here leg right now.
Tony needs a treble.
He just finds the 7 rather than the treble 19.
You take a 60 now if you Scott, and he's straight in that treble. Is he going to find a 180? No, he can't. He should switch. I do apologise if you can hear any background noise.
You're all right.
We
all have lives, Dylan. It's okay.
There's some teenagers outside.
Tony just finding just finding the one there, or the treble one, should I say? Shanghai for Tony.
For Scott. Bull
for Scott.
No, tops for the set.
He misses inside again.
Ton plus checkout in this set if that went. But double 10, he's not missed that really in this game. And that will be for the set. Bit of pressure though. Hang on a minute.
And this is game on now.
This is big for Scott. Does he feel the pressure? Big dart. Good marker.
And he finds it with the second dart. That is 4-0 to Scott in sets.
This is becoming an absolute blitz. Am I alright to just grab a quick charger? Because my phone might die.
Absolutely, Dylan.
Fab. I'll be back in a minute.
No problem. Now looks like a 45 there from Tony. Yes, it is, folks. Scott straight back in it here, folks. He misses with the second dart. Can he follow it up for... he hits the treble 7. Unlucky there from Scott. Does get the 101. And that's a great reply from Tony, scoring 100.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Dylan.
Thank you.
Great darts there from Scott. Follows Tony's ton with his own ton. Super darts from Tony. 140. Puts him right back into this.
Yeah, and Tony really needs to win one of the next 12. Well, definitely needs to win one of the next 2. 135, I think.
He just misses and falls into the treble 5. It's a great visit to the board, but unfortunately does not leave a finish.
But neither does Tony. Very nervy 28 there. And as I was saying, that Tony really needs to win one of the next 2 sets to at least make it to the second break.
Yeah, he definitely needs one set. That was a brilliant switch to the bull there from Scott.
Great darts from Scott. Tony, how much pressure can you put on it?
Unbelievable in this game. Scott is averaging an 85.95 currently, and Tony is on a 73.80 average.
And Scott has been doing that all game as well. He's been very, very consistent. But so has Tony. Many other players would have struggled to beat Tony here, but Tony's just playing very, very
Scott.
Tony's playing a very, very good form, Scott, at the minute. This 1-4-3, not going to go. So tops for Scott. Not really seeing many misstarts at double. He does actually say he's 12 from 27 on the double, so 44.44%, and that will go up if this goes in first start. Good marker. And
great
he does
find
it.
Takes the first leg of the 5th set, folks. He is showing Tony no mercy in this game.
No, he's not. Have you got somewhere to be, Scott? Have you got a meeting? And he's straight in that treble.
And he finds the treble 19 with the last dart.
Great 1,
Brilliant
2, 4.
Darts there.
Brilliant darts. You can't argue with that. Update in the match play. Van Gerwen 3-1 up on Cullen.
Nervy 45 Tony there.
Why would we want to watch the actual match play when we've got the ODL match play final, which is being a very, very good game?
And Scott straight back in that treble bed. Straight back in that treble bed.
Surely he switches. Is he switching? He is. Treble 7 on the last start. Very unlucky, but a good 1-4-1. And Scott's running away with this game very quickly. Good 140 there from Tony, though. Keeps him in it. How does Scott reply? 2 very good scores of 120 plus in this leg. What does he hit here? He'll take a 60, I feel, in this position. And
That
it's a
looks like a
ton.
ton to me. It is
Great
indeed.
darts
That
from
leaves a
Scott.
136, folks, for Scott.
Tony needs a 180 if he's to level it up, and he might just hit one. He might just hit one.
And he
He
does,
has hit
folks.
one.
That is his
Called straight
17th
in
of
by
the
yours
season,
truly.
folks.
Called in by yours truly. And 136 then for Scott. He gets the first crack. I don't think that's in.
Place. He is tied second place with the 180s with Simon Pryor. And I believe, let me just find out, I believe these 180 stats are for the match play alone, not the season.
Is there a prize for second to most highest 180s? Good 128, I think, or it might be 96. It's 96. Tops then for Scott for 2-0 in this set. Tony's also waiting on tops. Double 10 now for Scott. And double 5. Last dart in hand. Is there some pressure? There is. Tops then for Tony to break straight back. He really needs to hit this. This is massive. Double 10 for himself. Double 5 now. They're both chasing.
Oh,
They're both chasing
well
doubles.
inside the double.
Tony, it's the green bit at the edge of the board. Double 5 then for Scott for 2-0 in this set. A set that Tony really does need to win.
Ooh.
He's splitting. We saw him do that before, but he did find the 2. He's not found it here. Tony will definitely be splitting. Can he find the big number? Yes, he can. Double 2. Double 1.
Double 1.
And that's very unlucky.
And he deflects off his own dart. It's in the single.
I think that was going into the back of his own dart. Does he split again? He does. Double 4 now. It's a good marker on the double 2, but he doesn't need it. 2-0. Great darts from Scott. And these are the legs that Tony has to be winning if he's to get back into this game. Tony's in really big
update
trouble.
On that 180 stat. It is the most 180s for the match play only, not the season. So Scott is currently on 22 180s.
22 180s in the match play. Wow.
And Tony is tied second with Simon Pryor. And I think we just seen another 180.
I think that's a 140, isn't it?
It was a 140. Now I think I need my eyes tested.
I'm going to say for once, my eyes are right.
So that 180 stat is for the match play only, folks. So Scott is leading that charge with 22 180s, and Tony is tied second with Simon Pryor with 17 180s.
Is there a prize for second? Is there a prize for second?
I believe there is a prize for top. I will find that information out for you right now.
Because if there is one for second, then Tony needs one more, and he will definitely be second. If not, he's tied with Simon Pryor. $51 only from Scott. First leg, really, that Tony's dominated. We'll see how he closes it out.
So there is the prize for the most 180s. So the prizes available for the match play, folks, is the winner, obviously, the runner-up, semi-finals get a prize, the most 180s, the giant killer, which is winning with the biggest lower average difference, the long haul, which is most starts to win a leg, and yes, it's just first place who gets a prize for most 180s. And again, I said it, folks, we will see a shot at a 170 again because Scott is on it right now.
Ooh, he can't reel it in. That could have been very good. Very nervy there. Chance for Tony to get another leg on the board. 96. He's only actually won 4 legs in this whole game. Is it about to be his 5th? It's not. Can he leave it? Should be going treble 17 here. That does leave double 12. No.
He goes treble 19.
19. It's double 9 if he returns. It's next to the double 12. 1, 2, 6 then for Scott. He should be starting downstairs.
Here.
Has to stay straight with the first dart. Great dart. Treble or single? Bullseye for the set.
Oh.
Ooh. And a chance for Tony, which he really has to take. 43 left for Scott. I think if that's in the 7, it does look like a 7.
It is.
Double 9 for Tony to get a leg on the board in this set, and it's for his 5th leg of the match. Double 4. Big dart.
Oh.
Can't find it. 43 for Scott for the set, and to be 5.
He will go 3 for tops, I would assume.
And for another break of throw. Yeah, he likes his tops, does Scott. And he will be back there. Tops for 5-0.
Great marker. Oh, and he doesn't find it this time. So he comes back for the double 4.
Not many times that we've seen that from Scott in this game. Double 4 for Tony. Double 2, last dart, big dart. Oh my God. That's nerves. That is nerves for you. Tony would never normally miss that.
Last start seemed a bit rushed from Tony there.
Tops for Scott. Needs to go. You'd expect it to go this time.
He finds the double 1.
Double. Can't go inside, and he has.
Can't find it. And he busts.
And he buffed it. Good dart, in my opinion, because he's liking tops at the minute. Double 1. Tony can't go inside. You've got to aim high on this first dart. I think that was in the big one. That's definitely in the big one. So then, tops for Scott. Bit nervy. We've not really seen this game yet. First time we're seeing this. I'm expecting Scott to hit this now. Double 10. Double 5. Chasing doubles. They were chasing doubles last leg. And if Scott does come back, it'll be interesting to see.
Very scrappy leg this time.
It's going to be interesting to see if Scott splits it. If he comes back,
and he finds it with his first dart. He will be so thankful that went in, because this leg was getting so scrappy.
Is this a turnaround? Could that be the turning point?
He needs it to be. He definitely needs it to be.
Steady darts from Scott.
58 there from Scott. And that's a super reply with a 100 from Tony there.
Great darts from Tony. Good answer here, though, from Scott. He knows he's just missed all them darts.
Scott replies with his own 100, folks.
He knows that he's just missed all them darts. He can't really do that again. And Tony straight back at him, though. Great reply.
He's done it again. He is just bounced straight off his flight so much that the flight came bouncing off the dart that was in the board.
These bounce outs have been very cruel in this game from Tony. We've not really seen many from Scott.
And another steady ton there from Scott.
Back comes Tony, though. He needs a treble. Can't find one. But we've just seen that Scott's missed all them darts at double. If he goes and does that again, Tony's got to be there to clean up, especially at the scoreline at the minute. 54, I think. It might be in the treble. I don't think it was. No, it weren't. So 6 darts for Tony here. Can he leave a finish? He can if he finds another treble. I don't think that last dart's in. For once, my eyes are correct. 6 darts at 189. That's definitely in. Treble 5 there. Very unlucky. Is there a switch? I think he's switching. No, he has. He switched to the 18s. 93 scored, 96 left. When he returns, and that's for the 5th set, and to be 5-0.
A decent score here.
It's a good last.
He does. He finds hanging on. Great last start. Just hanging in there.
96 for the set then. Stay straight with the first and you can go double-double. Will it be double-double? I don't think that's in. 18 leaves tops. Would leave. This has got to
No,
go
he
for
stays
Tony.
still 18.
Tony, this is to stay in the set and, in my opinion, the match. Double-double, is it?
He did go for the double-double.
Very unlucky. And he's missed a big number. So tops from Scott.
Great performances all around from the tournament team to get it to this stage. The players for making a hand in the two finalists and the quality commentators on stream tonight. Sean Hewlett, we appreciate you all being here.
And we appreciate Sean as well. Sean does a lot for the ODL as well.
Absolutely, Sean is our league secretary.
And Tony has been let off there with 3 darts missed again for the set. And this is to stay in the set. Double 10. This has got to go in. He's missed it.
His second dart was outside the board.
1 double 2. Double 2.
Great marker.
He's missed plenty darts for this set.
Oh, and he missed inside, leaving himself a madhouse.
And this is the reason that this average is slowly declining. Double 10 to stay in the set. The last set went all the way. Does this set?
And he finds it, folks. It brings it back to 2 each.
Big leg for Tony now. He's got to win this leg, you feel, to stay in it. He's got the darts. The last leg went all the way, and Scott dominated it. Tony knows this is massive, especially when we're in throwing first.
And he's straight in.
The way that Tony's darts have been deflecting, I'd switch here with this last. Good darts. Steady darts. How does Scott reply, knowing that he's missed? I think he's probably in double digits now for these darts that he's missed at double.
Only 58 reply from Scott.
These darts missed at double from Scott. Is it a turning point? Straight in. Don't think that one's in though.
Solid ton there from Tony.
Great
Keeps himself a nice advantage in this leg.
This is how you want to start a last leg decider, when you know you've got to win the leg. Switching from Scott. Does he stay there? He does. Good lad.
He does, and he finds the treble.
Great darts from Scott. Bit of pressure now on Tony now that treble's gone in. Yeah, it does, Sean. It really does feel like
last dart there from Tony finding the treble.
It feels like Tony is definitely growing into this game, Sean. And these missed darts from Scott could really prove crucial. But he's on, he's not giving up in this set yet. We know that Scott's not.
There from Scott.
We know that Scott's not a quitter, but we also know Tony's not a quitter. And especially in these moments, Tony has to keep persisting. And that stray dart doesn't leave a finish. So a chance now. If Scott can find a 140, he'd probably make him favourite for this set. Treble leaves a finish.
Needs a treble. And he doesn't find it.
And he's strayed as well with his last dart, so he's let Tony off. Come on, Tony needs a treble. Evening, Ben. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Stray again with the last dart. Tony's feeling the pressure, knowing he's got to win this leg of the set. In comes Scott then. Needs a treble. Doesn't find it, but it's still a finish.
Leaves himself on a 148, folks. It's a big
132. Bullseye should be starting on treble 19 for the bull. Bullseye for the set!
Oh, he wires it on the 25, folks.
That could have been magnificent. What a game it's carrying, not wrong here. 148.
Tonight, folks.
This would absolutely kill Tony. It's not going to go. So a chance for Tony. Should get 2 more set starts. He's already had 1 at the bull. Where's Scott going to go? Because the 2 trebles have been blocked.
He does go for the bull.
85 left for Scott if he returns. 25 to make this game on. 9 double 8. Double 8. Double 4. Big dart. Missed it.
Oh, he's missed it.
Scott then. 85.
Scott with the 85.
5-0. Where's he starting? 15, 19. 20 or treble.
20
Bullseye! Tony's missed a dart at the bull. And so has Scott.
Oh, Scott's missed the bull also.
Another missed dart
and he falls into the 2, only leaving 48, folks.
Double 4 for Tony. Pressure's on this. Good
And he finds
dart.
it first start, folks, and Tony is on the board with a set.
He really needed that set. So we know that there's definitely going to be another break after this set. And as Sean commented, this game could easily get very close, especially if Tony takes this set. He would then be throwing for 4-3, and all them missed darts at double, are they in Scott's head? Scott's average is slowly declining, and for the first time in about an hour, his average has dropped below 80. Warming up to a very good game, this.
Your heart is racing. Imagine how me and Dylan feel right now, Hazza. Never mind the players.
I was going to say, I'd love to be throwing. I think I'll never really throw like this, but I'd love to be throwing this well. I think I'd hate to be under the pressure, though. Is it a 180? He does that every time, does Scott. Treble, treble, takes a step back, and then nearly finds it. Two very top quality players here, Sean. We do agree. And hang on, has Tony hit a 180?
Oh,
no,
125.
Raise of the last.
When I say that, like, it's nothing. But to these boys, it is just
a 125.
Solid ton there from Scott.
Great reply from Scott. Big like this from Scott. As I did say, that his average dropped below that 80 mark for the first time in a few sets. He's now managed to gain it back over that 80 mark. It is unbelievable, Harry. It is very unbelievable. And if Scott doesn't take out the 155, which he won't now, it's Tony's turn for a look at the big fish. Over to you, Mikey.
Folks, this is going to be unreal. This is the third attempt at the big fish. Can Tony find the... He finds the first dart. Oh, he misses the second dart. He missed the second dart.
I thought it were in.
Scott comes back for the 96.
So hold throw.
Oh, that's a straight dart. Treble 19.
Treble 19 for double. Or is it treble 15 bull? We saw him go for this earlier on in the game.
Oh, he does go to the treble 19, but only finds the 7.
Chance now for Tony for a break and throw.
Only 13 scored.
Slip up there from Scott. We've not seen that at all in this game, really, from either player. And double 18 now for Tony. 18. Good marker. Oh, very unlucky.
Gives Scott a chance at the 83.
83 then for Scott. 16 or treble. Oh, he's missed a big number.
Single 8.
It's another missed big number from Scott, and he's starting to feel the pressure, knowing that he's nearly over the line. 36 then, to break throw in the first leg of this set. Top left from Scott, if this doesn't go. Double 9, can't go inside. Good marker. Big dart.
Oh, and he wires again.
5 darts missed from Tony, and it's his turn for some missed darts at double. We saw it happen from Scott in the last set. Tops now. Is it in his head that last set he missed all them darts? It may just be. He needs to hit this. Double 10 last dart. Last chance saloon. He's missed it.
And Tony misses inside and has to tidy it up with the single one to leave the double 4.
He seemed to rush them, did Tony. Double 10 from Scott. Great dart.
Finds it with the first dart. He will be so glad to find the double, where he has really struggled over that last set to find the doubles.
This game started to look like it was slipping away from Scott, but he's just found that leg now. And you feel this is a massive set, really, for both players, because 5-1 is such a different scoreline to 4-2.
And that's the super 140 from Tony there to kick off the leg.
Yeah, great darts from Tony after missing them darts at double. He's put that straight behind him, and the pressure straight onto Scott.
Last dart from Scott there.
Nervy there
And
from
he
Tony.
finds the
Only
treble with the
26
last dart.
seconds.
Also, just keeping the pressure on Scott here with that last dart.
Straight in though from Scott. Is it a 180 to take his tally to 23?
Oh, and he switches downstairs for the 177, folks.
Great darts from Scott. And I'm afraid, Scott, that doesn't count towards your 180 tally.
Now Scott's putting the pressure on Tony here.
I think that's only 45.
It is indeed.
Tony, though, is that in? I don't think it is. Needs a treble to leave a finish.
Oh, and he doesn't
Can't
find
find
it.
one.
He only manages 32.
She's getting nervy now from Scott, you feel?
I don't know if it's nerves or if it's fatigue. We're into our 6th set already.
Yeah, and they've only had one break. Only 5 minutes break. Good visit there from Tony of 133. Pressure on, but straight to back in from Scott.
Straight back in. He must switch.
Now, last.
He
I think
does,
it was
and he hits 17, leads the 110. We've seen him take it already.
2 sets ago, we saw Tony take this out. He's not going to go the same way, and he's not going to have the same outcome. Tops left from Tony, but 110 to go 2-0 up in this set, like he did in the last set. Is he staying there? That's a good marker. Decides against it. I think that's in the bull. He needed that last time. 15 left. 15 left.
It is.
Scott. Top for Tony to get on the board in this
Double
set.
10.
And he finds it. The last leg. Doesn't miss anymore in this one. 1-1 in this set. Good darts from Tony.
Unusual way there for Scott to go for the bull with that second dart there for the 110. Me personally, I would have went treble 18 for the double.
Or the way he first start lay, it was a good marker for the treble.
It was
steady
indeed.
Start there from Scott.
That's just me, folks. Everybody has their own outs.
Yeah.
It's all down to your own preference.
Like we've seen though in this game, Scott has really liked tops. And that bullseye, if he did hit it, it would have left
Scott
tops.
straight in.
Is it a 180?
Scott is in with another 180, folks.
23 now for Scott.
23 180s for the match play for Scott. And I don't think Tony will be taking that title off him.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's not his last either if we see more.
And that 180 looks like a dead show bit of nerves for Tony there.
Can Scott make it to 25? He's in again here. Brilliant leg this from Scott.
He's got a switch. That dart is hanging. He does switch for a 97, folks. 99. I apologise.
98, 180, 99. What a leg. Now that Tony can do. Tony will be happy, though, that this was against the darts.
Has got a shot here at another 12 darter, folks.
We've already seen a 12 darter. Will we see another here?
We've seen it twice.
If he hits the treble, he might not be going 14 bull. It might be 16 or 8. Treble 8, double 8. Oh, my word.
He just composes.
Just making sure he's got the maths right. Double 8. Big dart. For a 12 darter. For your second 12 darter.
Oh.
For another hold of throw.
Have we miscounted?
No, he's miscounted and he's busted it. He's got to make sure that he puts that in right. He's put that in wrong. He has miscounted that, and that's not game shot. Treble 20 left 64, then the treble 16 was 48, which left double 8. He's thinking that it left 26, but it was only 16. He's actually bust that score. Now, Tony's just carrying on, but he was definitely wrong. It's 100% that was double 8. So I don't know what they're going to do now. It looks like they're just carrying on. But that leg
just letting them know, folks.
Could be vital. It's definitely double 8.
So they can correct this. Yeah, the game has been paused. I think they've twigged onto it, folks, that he did bust that score.
The thing with Dark Counter, though, is I don't think there's an option to go back.
there is not an option.
Which is one update that
He
they need to do.
He should be able to edit it, but because it was a game-winning throw, I do not believe you can correct it.
No, you can't. You can't go back to the other leg. So I don't know how they're going to do it. I think maybe the best option was... Do we know what Tony was on? Because if they want to just keep throwing and keep track of that leg just by themselves and sack off darts counter just for that leg, I could see. But it was definitely bust. He's definitely miscounted it. In his head, he must be thinking, though, how did I leave double 13?
Folks, we are communicating with the players right now and seeing what they want to do. Play an extra leg at the end if it's required.
And just while we do sort this out, do make sure that you are subscribing to the YouTube channel, TikTok channel, and follow our Facebook page. You can also join the ODL League at www.odldarts.com. You can also get some merchandise from there. You can also get merch from macdcdarts.com. Make sure to check out our live in-person tournaments. You can go to Darts Atlas and you can search up the ODL UK Live. Make sure that during this game as well, we also have a 180 contest. It's looking like Scott's going to win this. Scott is currently on, I think he's hit 3 in this game.
Tony is happy to continue here, folks.
Tony's happy to continue. Good sportsman there.
Chatting right now in the Discord to organise what they are going to do, and it looks like Tony is saying play on.
So Tony's playing play on. I think because he was a good 300 points behind, I don't think it would make that much difference. But maybe it could just cause a bit of tension in this game. I don't think from the players, but maybe a bit of nerves now from the players. As I was saying, Tony has hit 3 180s in this match, which takes his match play tally up to 23. Sorry, no, that's Scott. And Tony has hit 1 in this game, which takes his tally up to 17. He's drawn second place with Simon Pryor, who lost in the semis. I think he lost to Tony as well. There's no reward for second 180s, but there is a reward for most 180s, which is from Scott. I think we're ready to start.
Yep. Tony giving the thumbs up there, folks, to let us know that he's okay. He wants to continue. That just shows great sportsmanship there from Tony. He knows he miscounted. He knows, Scott knows he miscounted. They both had a discussion in private and have agreed to continue.
Yeah, great sportsmanship there from Tony. I think he knew that leg was pretty much out of reach from Tony. He was 300 behind, but because it was bust, it's a bit different because he's got to go back 2-1-2-4. It's not as if he's going back 20.
Had a discussion there about it in the players' lounge, and both agreed. Let's continue. No point in destroying a really good game so far by having to leave and come back in and mess the game up.
Definitely. Just a reminder that we will have a quick break after this set. It's looking like Scott's going to go 5-1 up, but this set is game on now because Tony's dominating this leg. He's left 1-2-8, so anything could happen here now. Scott can't leave a finish, so 6 at 1-2-8 for our third set in a row to go to a last leg decider. All of the sets after the break have gone all the way, which shows
Bull.
Oh. Is it? Is that it? I think, isn't it?
No, that's a single.
No,
that's a
it's
25.
not. Unlucky there. How much pressure can Scott put on it? This game is shaping up to be very good, especially if Tony takes this leg and then breaks. It would be 4-2. How different a game that'd be after 4-0 up.
There's the 9 for double 8.
6 darts at it. You will come back if you miss it. Coming
4.
back for double 4. How much pressure can Scott put on it? A 140 makes so much difference here. 20.
Needs a treble.
Can't find a treble with the first two. Can he leave 80?
Can't find it with the
Good
third.
switching. Shanghai on 20's left for the set if he gets a look. Double 4 to send this set all the way for the third set running. I don't know what's happening here.
We're just having a discussion here, folks, in the players' lounge.
Put that 60 in, so double 4 to send the set all the way.
Scott has offered him the leg in the players' lounge. He says, if you miss it, just take it. But Tony's saying, no, I want it by taking it.
Sportsmanship here. This is just, you love to see this, and this is what it's like at the ODL. So this is why you should come and join the ODL. Join us at www.odl.com. 120 then for Scott for the set. 20 tops. Tops for the set.
Only misses inside, folks.
Double 4 then for Tony. Save the set. Good marker. Good
Great dart from Tony there.
Some good sportsmanship here. And this set goes all the way for the third set running.
That was absolutely fantastic from both players there in the players' lounge. Offering up the leg there, even though Tony didn't want it that way. He was like, no, if I hit it, I hit it. If I don't, go for it. That just shows the great sportsmanship between both players.
It really does, and a really good start as well from Scott there. How does Tony reply? Good last start. Needed that. 85 scored. This set is still on. If Tony takes this set, it's game on here, but Scott is not relenting. Scott straight in again. Is it back-to-back 140s? It is.
It is back-to-back 140s.
We've seen him already hit a 12 dart leg in this set, which it wasn't actually a 12 dart because of the bust, but good sportsmanship. We have allowed it.
And that's a great reply from Tony. 140 himself.
We've already seen Tony go 140, 140, 145 in this game. Will it be another 140 here? It's 105. Good maths.
Great darts from Scott there.
This is how you serve out a set. Tony can't leave a finish now. Good
Super last dart.
He's hanging on in here. He's not giving up in this set. 116. Reminder, we will have a break after this set. Treble 20 for double 18. Not going to find it. Can he leave a double?
Oh, and he falls for the single one.
Opening now for Tony. If he finds a treble, a ton here you take. Is he switching? No, he should switch with this last one. It's a finish. It's a finish.
What way does it go? Does it go for the treble 17 or does it go 25 bull? He goes for the 17.
Treble 17. 18 tops. Tops for the set for 5-1.
Oh!
Just dragged it low. If this goes for Tony, I personally think Tony's going to win this match. Hang on.
There's one.
Ooh. Oh. Very unlucky. Good lead.
And he tidies it up.
Double 10 to save this. Well, for the set.
It's just inside
double 6,
5.
Double 4.
And he finds it with the second dart, folks. And it goes 5-1 up. We will be taking a break right now, folks.
We're going to go for a quick 5-minute break.
And allow us to stretch our legs too.
This is a great game.
So I am going to hand it over to Dylan while I go and just stretch my legs for a second, folks.
No problem. We're going to have some few quick previews. So can we please make sure that if you want to get in on the action for our next big tournament, and you could be the one playing on the stream, if you want to do that, join us at www.odldarts.com. On that same website, you can get some merchandise, and you can also get some merch from macdcdarts.com as well. Make sure if you have signed up for Season 3, you will know what divisions you're in. Please make sure your notifications are on Friday, the 19th of July. Make sure your notifications are on Discord, so then you know for your fixtures, especially if you're in a paid league. Make sure that if you want to join in on some of the tournaments that are in person, please do join in on them comps. If you want to search up some venues, you can go to Darts Atlas and search up the UK ODL Darts Live. Some very good venues coming up. We've got a venue in Blackpool at Q's Sports Lounge. There's a good 10 to 12 boards there. We've got a venue at my academy in Blackburn. There's 10 boards there, and for the later stages of the tournament, we'll be streaming some games on the stage, which is a newly revamped stage with some top professional cameras, the same cameras that the Modus Super Series use. You might even get a game emceed by yours truly, me. Another good venue is in the Newport, where the Family Darts Academy is there. That's at the Out Bar. I think there's a good 10 boards there as well. Great setup there. So yeah, make sure you do come onto these. The game is about to resume in about 3 minutes' time. Score currently 5-1 to Scott, so he's one set away, potentially 3 legs away from victory. So this game could be over within the next 15 to 20 minutes. It's been a very good live stream tonight. Thanks to everyone who has joined the live stream. We do, as the ODL, really do appreciate all of you for coming in, liking, subscribing, and just basically commenting and watching what has been a very, very high quality game between Tony and Scott. We saw some great sportsmanship in that last set when Scott miscounted, but he put in the score, and it was meant to be game shot, but it wasn't because he bust it. But you can't go back on darts counter. Tony was a good 300 points behind. He said, just have the leg. We know you would have won it. So some great sportsmanship. And yes, Harry, what a display it's been from both players. It's been a great game. And in the last couple of sets since the break, all of these sets have gone 3-2 since the last break. Tony has won one of them, which has been very unlucky. And Scott has won 2 of them. So it's put Scott 5-1 up. Tony's going to have the darts, so in the next set. So this could easily go any other way in this game.
It definitely can, Dylan. It's been a fantastic display of darts tonight so far, folks. Tony's sitting on a 71.50 average. Scott just creeping back into the 80 average with an 80.61. It has been unreal, and Scott leading the charge on that 180 for that prize, for the most 180s of the tournament.
How long have we got till start? A minute.
We have 1 minute left. The players will use the full time, folks, just to de-stress from what happened with the miscount and that there. I'm sure they just want to get their heads cleared, so they will take the full time.
Yeah, definitely, and they deserve that time because the display that they're putting on here is absolutely absurd. It's some great darts tonight.
Been unbelievable, and the sportsmanship shown in the players' lounge from the 2 players discussing the miscount and that there has been absolutely fantastic to see. Both players just wanting to get on. Tony said, "No, I'll hit the double if I hit it. If I don't, you go for yours."
Yeah, great darts. And Scott, that last leg before the break, he did do I think it was a 14 dart leg, and Tony was waiting. He was waiting on 60 if that 14 dart didn't go. Tony had to do a 12 dart for that set, and that's how this game was shown. And I think we are ready to go, and they are ready. They've both agreed to start. It's going to be Tony to throw. Tony needs 5 sets in a row. He's given us the thumbs up, and it is game on. Steady 60. I think it might actually be 45, maybe. Yeah, 60. Good start. Now, after the first break in this game, it was very nervy, the first leg. We'll see if that's how it is after this. Scott knows that he's 1 set away.
That's a great top. That's only a 60 from Scott there.
The set that Scott lost, he had multiple, probably in the
That's
double
a great
digits.
last start from Tony to get the ton.
Yeah, fab darts this. Nervy darts there from Scott, and the way that this game's gone, Tony has to jump all over that if he's to stay in this match. If we need it, I think at 5-4 it would be. I'm not sure, Mikey, would we be having another break at 5-4 if needs be?
There would be another break at 5-4 indeed. Yes, that is correct.
Right, fab. So if it does go that far, this game could finish at about midnight. Wow. If Tony wants to keep this game. Good darts there from Scott. I fully expect Tony to keep going no matter what happens here. Great darts here from Tony. I think that's 98. Good marker there from Scott. Can he use it? Struggling to. Steady 60.
And he
Though.
only plays the 60. Does put him back into this. Tony's in. Tony is in.
He filled it.
He has filled it, folks, and he does take that second place of the 180s in the match play.
He gives it the Brendan Dolan helicopter.
It's only first place in the 180s does get the prize.
And if this game is to go 6-5, and if he's to come back, he might need some 180s. Good darts there from Scott.
It's to the 18.
Double 2 then, for a good opening leg after the break. For 17 darts.
And he finds it with the second dart. Tony is showing. He is back.
Great darts.
That break definitely helped Tony.
Yeah, great darts. Update in the PDC World Matchlay. Van Gerwen's put himself through. He's beat Joe Cullen 11-8. And in our last game of the night, Michael Smith will take on
Scott's
Chris
back in it.
Selby.
No, he doesn't find it. I think that's only a ton. No, it is a 140. He did creep it into the top right corner of the treble with that second dart.
Yeah, good darts here.
Nervy
Great
45
darts.
from Tony there.
Tony. Nervy reply though from Scott. Opening now for Tony.
He does have a substantial lead. But what can Tony reply with? Finds the treble with the second dart.
Good dart.
He finds the treble with the third dart. That's a 1-2-1, folks. And he puts himself right back into this leg.
Punish that from Scott. But it's Scott, good marker. Although most of the time when that dart's just gone above the treble, he's not really used it. Oh, commentator's
curse. And that's
curse.
a 95 from Scott there.
Commentator's curse.
That's a great switch from Tony there, as that was just
nervy last.
Treble 20. And good that's dart. A super dart from Scott to leave the ton.
85, I think, weren't it? Oh, no. Get my eyes checked. Is he going to leave a finish? No, he's not. So not. 6 darts at the ton. You take a steady 60 here.
There's the treble.
What do I know? For a start straight in. Double 10. Just don't go inside. You don't really want to leave double 5. Oh. It's okay. How much pressure can Tony put on?
Can Tony leave himself on a good finish here to put pressure on the 20? He needs to switch. And he does. He hits the 99.
Good pressure. Double 10. To level up this set. Good marker.
And he finds it with the second dart, folks. That is one apiece in the 7th set.
Good
great switch from Tony there. 1-3-4.
Tony's not giving up.
Nervy darts from Scott here. He does find the treble.
Good
Only scored 61, but it was a good treble he needed.
Good last. Really needed that last start, didn't he?
He really did.
And Tony, bit of an opening now.
45, but again, he is in front in this leg, and it is all to play for.
He's in. Great
Great
99.
99 from Scott there. Tony's right back in it.
Here we go. Is it a 180?
He's
I don't think
back
it's in.
in it.
It is.
180 from Tony to leave the 142.
Is that number 19 or is it
That
number
is
18?
19. Yes, that is 19. And
And
Scott
hang
is
on.
following him up. Oh, he only gets the 140. And he
19. How
shows
many has Scott hit?
with the thumb down.
Is Scott on 23, isn't he? And if this comeback's on, this 180 comeback could be on as well.
Oh,
Good
great
son.
last start from Tony there to leave the 42.
How much pressure can Scott put on it, though? Needs a treble, you
He's going to
feel?
switch.
I'd stay there, probably me.
He
No, he
did go for the
switched.
switch. Does leave him on a
57.
finish.
42 then. 10 or 6. Double
Oh, he
18.
hits the 6. And he
Good
finds it,
dart.
folks. 2-1 to Tony in the 7th set. He
Good
really
dart
is
from
putting
Tony.
on a charge here.
Scott's in here. Steady darts here. Steady 60. Yeah, they are, Harry, aren't they? They are making this 180 race very interesting. Could you imagine if Scott hadn't found any in this? It'd be 2019. Question is, though, is will Scott win this leg and push
That's a
this
great
game?
99 from Scott
Yeah,
there.
good luck. Good darts.
And a great switch from Tony also, scoring
Yeah,
97.
good last. Can Scott find a treble, maybe?
He
No,
can't. He
nervous.
finds the single 5, which gives Tony a chance to make a big dent in that 376.
Oh, nervy,
Oh,
though.
and he only manages 26. Very nervy there from Tony.
How does Scott reply? They've both had a nervy visit there. Should we switch in here, you feel? Steady
Yeah, he
darts.
does switch.
Steady darts. You take that. 112 in front. How does Tony reply to that? I think that's 80 maybe. 99 maybe? Maybe only
No, it's
59 though.
59 only. Only 59 this time.
You take a
Some nervy darts shown here from both players.
treble 19 leaves. Oh, good last.
Good last start there from Scott to
Assist.
find the
Great
treble.
dart.
Scoring
157 then. Can Tony leave a finish? He can't. So 6 darts at the 157 at least here. 157 then. Oh,
That's
come
a
on
good
then.
dart. Oh,
Ooh. Treble 18, you feel? Oh, he might stay there because that's a good mark on the 20. 78 left.
we just count it. Yeah, he does
Yeah,
do
good
the
dart.
18s.
Good dart. 60 left when he returns to send this set all the way in a set that Tony has to win. And it would be the 4th set in a row that's gone all the way. And it's 6
Oh,
darts
only
to
a
60.
43 from Tony. He does not leave himself on a finish, so it does give Scott another 6 darts at the 60.
Just make sure you get that big number. There we go. Tops. Double 10.
Double
Don't go
10.
inside.
And he
Good
finds it with
dart.
the last dart, folks. He brings the 7th set to a final leg decider. And if Scott takes this, he does win the match play final.
Big leg this for Tony. It's do or die.
What can Tony
He's got
answer
to
with?
attack it. Is that 40 or 80? 40.
It is 40 indeed. Steady darts from Scott there, managing the 60. Just keeping himself in front just the slightest bit.
Yeah, Tony can't afford to relent. Oh, nervy. Is Tony
Nervy
finishing?
last start there from Tony.
I think Tony might be feeling it, and
Finding the
Scott is
treble.
pouncing. He's all over
He's
it.
found the treble 5.
Ooh,
Oh,
no.
just 90 this time.
Unlucky there.
Very unlucky from Scott, but he's just keeping that lead, which he needs
Good
this
turn.
leg
Good
in the
laugh.
match play.
We'll see though, won't we, at the end of this leg, whether Scott gets nervous on that final double.
Yeah, it always comes down to the
Steady
match
six.
starts, doesn't it, Dylan? When the nerves really, really start to show.
Yep.
Tony's
Oh,
in.
great darts.
Oh,
Good
he
darts from
deflected
Tony
into
though.
the treble 5.
Timing there was fantastic. How does Scott reply? You take a ton 40. Needs a treble, you feel.
He finds the
Good
treble
dart.
with the last dart.
Good
Just puts a
dart.
bit of pressure on the 185.
Yeah, what can he leave? You feel? The maths is going to be big here now. Good steady
Only a
dart.
57. What can Scott do now?
191 then.
There's the treble. Does he switch?
Good darts. Does he switch?
He
Good dart.
does.
94
Good
then. If
97
he
there.
returns to the tournament, 128 for Tony
128 for
then.
Tony. Finds the
Stay
treble
there.
18.
Stay there, Tony. 74 left. Ooh, 16 leaves tops. 56 left.
He
Oh, he's
goes
gone 20.
20.
That leaves double 18. Right then,
He
first chance for the
pulls out
tournament.
the double 18.
94. Treble 18.
Scott just composing himself here before he goes for it.
He knows that
He
this
knows
is
what to
big.
expect.
Oh, he's gone
Oh,
safety. 86. He's
treble
got to
18.
go 18s or 20s.
Oh, and he just
Ooh,
misses the
misses.
treble 18. So Tony will come back for the 36 to take the set.
To stay in the match as well.
And he finds it with the first
Good
dart,
dart.
folks. Tony takes the 7th set, brings it to 5-2.
Give me one set, Mikey.
No worries, mate. Scott with a consistent 100 there from him. What a way to start this leg. And a great last start from Tony there. 96 scored. Just keeping the pressure on Scott here. Oh, great last start from Scott there. Tony just managing a 55. Still within the touching distance of Scott here, but what can Scott do now? Finds a treble with the second dart. And he manages another ton. That's back-to-back tons for Scott. Oh, and Tony just missing the treble there. Only 60 this time from Scott. He does leave the 141. Tony's in. He's missed it with the last dart. I think that's a 125. It is indeed. And he does not leave himself on a finish. So Scott does have 6 darts at the 141 here, folks. Oh, super darts there from Scott. Scoring 90. Leaves himself on 51. Yes, and the same from Tony. I will assume he goes 11 for tops here. Yes, he does. And he just drags it short. Double 10. And he finds it with the last dart and takes the first leg of the 8th set. Good 85 there from Scott to kick off the second leg. What can Tony reply with? Solid ton from Tony there, folks. Scott needs a treble. And he finds it with his last start. Follows Tony's ton with his own. Just keeping the pressure on Tony here. Super darts there from Tony at 140. And that's another ton. Sorry, folks. Dylan is just struggling to get back in.
Can you hear
And
me?
we have Dylan back, folks.
Sorry about that.
Well, you're all good, mate. You're all good.
All I could smell in my house
Great.
was burning.
He's still on 18. Puts big pressure on this 116 for Scott. Needs the treble.
Go on then. Double 18.
He's found it.
Ooh.
Oh, he just drags it inside. So Tony
Both
is coming
on
back
double
for
nine.
the 18, folks.
Both on double 9. Yeah, sorry about that, pal. All I could smell in my house was burning.
Oh, and Tony hits it first start, folks. Unbelievably. Squares up the set. One apiece.
Tony's fighting his way back into this.
He really is. He has shown his resilience in this game right now after that break.
I think that's 99. No, it's 59, I'd say, actually.
59
yeah.
just.
And we are approaching this game coming up to 2 hours. Cheers, Hazard. Nervy darts from Scott. Scott is struggling to close this game out. His average is slowly declining.
Yeah,
It's
Tony,
still in that 89.
Another ton from Tony there.
Great darts from Tony. Can't argue with that. Hello.
Scott's
Is it a
right
180?
back in it here. He's going to have to switch. Yep,
Oh.
I had to switch. He just blocked it with that second dart.
Good darts from Scott. As much as we all wanted the 180, good thinking, good darts. He wants to close this game out.
Great board management from Scott there. He knew he blocked that treble 20 bed, so he knew he had to switch.
Great reply from Tony, though, with that ton. He's still in this leg. Oh, good dart. That's hanging on. I'd switch. I'd go 18.
Oh, just good the ton. He does leave a finish, 158. But what can Tony put pressure on?
Tony needs a treble to leave a finish.
He finds one with a second dart. Oh, and another bounce out for Tony. The fourth bounce out we have seen from Tony tonight. He does leave the finish.
But they are brutal tonight from Tony. They are very brutal tonight, them bounce outs from Tony.
Great
good thinking there. Good math.
There for Scott.
64 left. Now then, Scott, if you hit treble 16, just know it's double 8, not double 13.
Great last start from Tony. Super last start from Tony there. At least the 66. Puts pressure on the 64. He finds the treble.
Double 8. It's double 8. Not double 13, double 8.
Oh, double 4.
Double 4.
Oh, he just misses it.
Tony then,
Tony is going back to the 66. I would assume he goes treble 10 for double 18.
Some people like treble 14, double 12. Good dart, double 18. Big dart.
Oh, he misses it. So Scott's coming back for the double 4.
Big chances now for Scott to go one away again. Yeah, he does, Ben, and we saw that earlier on this game, but he had one set where the average just declined. I think that might be in. It is in.
And
Scott now
Scott
one leg
finds the
away.
double two, folks. That is one leg away now from winning the match.
And the tournament.
Which he was also at one leg away from winning it in the last set. And
180, 180,
fought
180,
so hard. And that is a
180.
180, folks.
I think
Tony
that's
is
number
on his
20 now.
20th. There is only 3 now left.
Good sportsmanship from Scott. And if this game if the comeback's on, this 180 is also on. Before this set, he was 6 behind, and he's hit 3 in this set. It's absolutely upset. 9 darter.
He's in it
Hello.
again. He's in it again. He is on the 9. He is on the 9, folks. 1-4-1 for Tony on the 9 darter.
His 21st 180. Hello. This 9 darter. Scott, you just saw the appreciate. Is he going to hit one of his own? Oh, my word.
And he does, folks. He's like, you're not taking my 180 crown.
Third 180 in this leg. Hang on, a 9 darter alert.
Oh.
Boom.
We're not seeing the 9 darter tonight, folks, but what an absolute effort from Tony there.
Great darts from Tony. You just have to applaud it.
He does set up the 11 darter.
Sean wanted that 9. Not even
there.
a finish from Scott. Got 6 at. Oh no, it was stage straight. I thought that straight. 84 then to save it. 14 bull. No. He's saying, Scott Catlin, you are not going to take our 161 for the tournament. Is he right? He is.
He is.
Switch to the bull. We've seen some good matches.
We almost seen a 9 darter on the live tonight, folks.
32 to save it. Last dart. No.
Oh, he drags it. So Scott is coming back for the 96, folks.
So then, will we see our first championship darts here? Ooh, treble 17.
Treble 17. Oh, he misses it. He has to set it up now. Tony will come back for double 4. Oh, and he strays into the 9.
Double 4 then to send this set again for the 5th set running, a last leg decider. That's how close this match is.
Double 2.
Good dart.
I think he's found it, folks. He has. He found it with a 3rd. That is 2 apiece in the 8th set, folks.
The fact that Tony nearly lost that after missing that 9 dart chance just shows how well that Scott's playing here.
Unbelievable scenes, Jeff.
All right, Chris Kamara. Nervy start from Scott. It's in the treble. I didn't think that was. I thought that was a 5. Good laugh.
Tony's straight back in
championship here. Oh my God, he's on 9 here. I don't think that second dart's in. I think that's only
It wasn't.
How does Scott reply? Will we get championship darts? Nervy strays.
Has Tony put pressure on Scott's throw?
This game is on. If Tony wins this set, then it's game on because Tony will throw in the next set.
Just a 60 from Tony this time. It's still all right.
Opening now for Scott. Needs to straighten up now. Scott needs to find a treble.
Good there from Scott.
Yeah, sure. Another bounce out. Some great darts here tonight. As Sean agrees with us. It's been a very good game to commentate on this.
Just a 60 from
Probably deserved more there, but he takes that. Tony then? Is he going to leave us finish?
Great switch there for Tony. Doesn't leave the finish, but he does put pressure on Scott's throw.
Oh, hello. If this is a 177...
Does he board manage or does he go for the 180?
I'd go downstairs. Oh, that's phenomenal.
Of course he does. Of course he board manages that. Leaves himself on the tops.
We will see championship darts here. 3 darts at tops, if not more, depending on what Tony hits. Tony's not giving up. Good visit.
Oh, he only manages 76.
3 tournament darts.
Tops for the match.
He's not missed tops often. It'd
Great
be very,
marker.
very ironic that this is the double he ends on. Last start in hand.
And he
Gets
finds it,
it!
folks. Scott takes the match. Unbelievable
start.
scenes tonight, folks. Scott played absolutely amazing. He
2
finished
hours
that
that
game with
game.
an 80.96 average with a first 9 of 93.24 with 32.35% checkout rate, and he had 22 of 68 checkouts. He had a 12 dart leg, and Tony finishes the game with a 74.16 with an 82.21 and 22.58% checkout rate. Also with 14 darts leg with his as his best. Absolute incredible things throughout the entire night, folks. We almost seen the 9 darter from Tony. Over to you, Dylan. I'm speechless right now.
Yeah, it was absolutely phenomenal, that game. And at them last 5 sets all went the distance. And Scott won 3 of them. If you just flip that, that's 5-3, and Tony's throwing for 5-4. That game is game on. Any of them sets, other than, to be honest, Scott dominated the first 3 sets. And I honestly think if them 3 sets weren't dominated, that game could have gone anyway. It was a great game to watch, a great game to make my commentating debut on. And I loved it. And just to say that the worst leg of the game was a 29 darter from Tony. Scott's worst leg, 25 darts. That first 9, 93. That on average, you are on 222 after 9 darts in every leg on average. That's just fantastic.
Absolutely amazing. Amazing night of darts, folks. 2 top contenders for the Premier League mission, season 3. Absolutely fantastic players. The sportsmanship shown throughout was amazing. Even when there was the miscount from Scott, the players lounge, both players straight in. Let's play on. Forget about it. Play on. Let's keep it going. We're playing too well to stop now.
Yeah, just phenomenal sportsmanship, and that's what the ODL is all about.
So, folks, before we sign off tonight, we are going to go over some things that are happening in the ODL this week. So, as you know, Season 3, the paid leagues, free leagues, and ladies' leagues were released this morning from 9 o'clock. So, you will have been tagged, whatever league you're in, you will have been tagged in it. You'll have been added to the channel that you're required to be in for that league. So, make sure your notifications are turned on for that. So, when your fixtures are released on Friday, you will get the notification as to what your week 1 fixture is. Now, remember, folks, Season 3, you can play all 12 fixtures whenever you want because you get all 12 fixtures on Friday.
Yeah, great new addition, because if someone's on holiday for 1 week, it makes it easier for us tournament admins, because then someone's always missing out on a game then.
Yeah,
It's just a
exactly.
great addition.
And again, folks, we do host online, of course, as you know, but we are also live event hosters as well. And you can find those live events venues on Darts Atlas, as you can see scrolling along the bottom of the screen right now. Just search the ODL UK Live on Darts Atlas, and you will see all the dates and venues for those events.
Yeah, and if
go on ahead, Dylan.
Sorry, you carry on about that. I was going to go on to a new thing, but you carry on Darts Atlas, yeah?
I was going to move on to the TikTok, which is ODL_worldwide, folks. Make sure go and give it a follow. And also on the Mike DC side, folks, you can get the TikTok there also. It's right here. So Mike DC Darts podcast, subscribe on YouTube, follow on TikTok, and follow on Instagram. And again, going back to the merch, you can purchase merch on the two websites, www.odldarts.com, and if you're in North America, your best bet is www.macdcdarts.com.
Yeah, and if you do want to join the ODL, then you can also do that on the website www.odldarts.com, and that gets you into all the online comps. You can also get merch, which Mikey's just said, and yeah, that gets you most of the things on there.
So, folks, that is it from me and Dylan tonight. Congratulations to Scott Catlin. Commiserations to Tony. He put up a great fight in the end there to crawl back and claim 2 sets, but unfortunately just wasn't enough for him tonight. But a fantastic display of darts from both players. We want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. The support within the UDL has always been amazing, and from the Mike DC team as well.
Yeah, thanks all. Thanks for making my first commentary night a very good, enjoyable one from everyone in the chat, and to you, Mikey.
And to you too, Dylan. Thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate it.
No problem. Look forward
So,
to
folks,
it again.
we are going to sign off. That is an out from Mickey Dunn
and Dylan Moss.